Hi, I'm Scott. Welcome back to Canard Boulevard. Today, a short video because I've had a lot of requests about what this is, how it works, and can you get one? Coming up. All right, what this is a controller. It works off a GSM phone network. In my case, it's T-Mobile, and it is basically a remote switch. It has a SIM card in it, which is right over here, just like a regular phone. In fact, this has a phone number. You can text messages through it. You can't call it, but you can send a text message to this thing and tell it to switch a relay on or off, which is connected right here. And then I have that connected to a high amperage relay inside this box here, which is got cobwebs on it. And then this relay is connected to here. You can see it says switched, which runs over there into the heater, which is plumbed up into my airplane, which I did a whole video on preheating, which you can see up here. And that is actually mainly where most of these questions came from. It's fairly simple. I can do a few things. I can send a text message to ask whether it's on or off. It'll tell me if it's on or off. And I can tell it to, hey, turn on, and I can tell it to turn off. And that's about it. That's all it does. It came from, I think, Amazon, and I built this some time ago. So this is basically the electric for my hangar. It comes in here through this GFI so that everything is GFI protected. From here, it goes to this. This is the power that runs the switch controller here. This is the switched outlet that goes to my heat. Can you get one, and should you get one? The answer to both those questions is no. Well, you can get one, but you shouldn't get one. Don't do this. Don't buy this. And the main reason why is because this actually has to be set up as a phone. Like on my T-Mobile account, I have T-Mobile, that's where my phone is. This is set up as another phone line. So this costs me $25 a month to run. You know, it's not an insignificant amount of money, but it adds up. That means every year, you're paying $300 in cell phone fees just to run this box. So don't buy this. And the reason why is because you can get one that's better that costs less. So if you look at the SwitcheOn, and I'll put a link to that up here and also in the description below, the SwitcheOn makes a device that has two separate outlets. You could set up two heaters. You could set up a heater and maybe a light or heat and I don't know, whatever you want. You could plug two different things into it, and actually they have another version I think that has four. And that box itself is $300. So it's what this costs per year to operate. The difference is for the first year, the service is free. You pay nothing. So you get a year of free use out of it, turning your heat on and off. And after that, it's $50 a year. So compare $50 a year to $300 a year. That's a big difference. So for that reason, this is actually going away. I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to cancel the service on here, save myself $25 a month. I'm going to put a SwitcheOn one in there instead. And when I do, I will do a video on it that shows how I set it up and how it works and so on. I would have done the same thing for here, but like I said, unless you work for the phone company, you get these things for free. I'm encouraging you not to do this. After I had shot and edited this video, I actually came across somebody who was actually using the same device as I am. However, instead of using T-Mobile for the GSM provider, he was using a off-brand carrier called SpeedTalk Mobile, and they actually resell T-Mobile service, but at a huge discount. So I can get a SIM card from SpeedTalk Mobile, I think it's called, I'll put a link to it in the description below, for $5 a month. That gives me 100 text messages on this, which is way more than I'll ever use. And I know it'll work because I'm already on T-Mobile's network, so I know that the network works there. So I am going to rescind my recommendation as long as it works. And if you sign up for 12 months at a time, you can get service for $52. So it's actually less than $5 a month, which is pretty close to that other device that I was talking about. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and try that, put it in there, and then I'll just leave this in here and use what I have. So if you want to do that same thing, and of course this unit here is only $40 compared to the SwitcheOn unit, which is $300. So it's a pretty decent discount. And I'll put a link to the unit I'm using in the description below as well, so that you can click on it, and if you want to do the same thing, you can get it from there. Scott from the future again. I had actually finished and posted this video. It was scheduled to go out. It's actually scheduled to go out tomorrow, but I canceled it because I thought I can't finish this video without telling you how this card, the new card, works for SpeedTalk Mobile. So I did order a SpeedTalk Mobile SIM card, and it says I need to activate it to get the new number, and I need to go online to activate speedtalk.com to start your new service. Do not install the SIM card until you have activated using the website above. Okay, so I guess I will do that momentarily, and then we'll go ahead and try this.
A few moments later.
All right, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would. You have to go through and enter all kinds of information. You have to type in the number that's on here that's used for the SIM card, and then go through all a bunch of different agreements, and then they have to email you a PIN, and then you have to type the PIN in to make sure that your email is good, and then you have to wait for an activation email, which actually ended up going into my junk folder. After I finally got that, it had the phone number in that email. So now I have, say, after SIM activation, it might take up to 24 hours for the data settings to sync and update your device. Make sure it's turned on and power your device in a good reception area. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to power this off, and then I'm going to remove this old SIM card, which is the T-Mobile SIM card. There's the T-Mobile one. And we'll punch out this new, it looks like a no-name SIM card, but, and I believe it goes in this way. Power it back up. Now let's see what happens. All right, it flashed for a second. It turned the heater back on. It says it has a signal. Don't really know what that means. Let's try and activate it. I'm going to send it a text to the new phone number. And I'm not getting a response. Oh, I just saw the signal light started flashing, so maybe it's activating now. Now I see the signal light flashing on there, which is what I expect it to do. So let's try to send it a text again. And it works. So I sent it a check message, and it came back and said state is on, which it is. It is turned on. So new SIM card works. I can disconnect my $25 a month T-Mobile card, which I've got sitting over here. We can repurpose that if we need to, but I don't think we will. And I'm going to keep this now. So that's the update to this video. Now, why would you not want to do that? This is T-Mobile. It's GSM. It'll work on any GSM network. Maybe you don't have any GSM networks around you that it can work on. Maybe you only have Verizon. Well, the SwitcheOn unit works on Verizon. So if you have good Verizon reception, then maybe that's an option for you. Another option, even better option, you can get boxes like this that work on Wi-Fi. So if your hangar is within range of a Wi-Fi hotspot somewhere and you can get permission to use it, you can get one of these and it costs you nothing to use because it's simply going over that Wi-Fi connection and you don't need the cellular data connection in order to make it work. Oh, and by the way, this is my hangar close-up checklist. Yes, I have a checklist for the hangar because I'm always forgetting stuff. I've forgotten the master on, I've forgotten to turn the fuel off. I've ended up having to drive all the way back because I realized I left the fuel on. So this is my checklist of stuff to do just before I leave the hangar. All right, I hope that's a simple answer to a repeatedly asked question. If you have any comments or other questions or clarifications or corrections, please leave them in the comment section below. Click like on the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel, please. It really helps me out when you subscribe. Thanks for watching.